Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2022 New Mexico gubernatorial election, where Mark Ranchetti, candidate for the 2020 Senate election in New Mexico, is going up against Michelle Lujan Grisham, the Democratic incumbent. She won in 2018 with 57% of the vote, which was a 15% margin of victory. But her approval is below 50%. It's about 47% as of the last poll. It was back in April. Can't imagine that it might have got better considering Roe v. Wade. I think that given the unpopularity of Joe Biden, I think that it probably has gone down since then. What I'd like to look at is how Mark Ranchetti was the best choice for the GOP to put forward to potentially win this race. And in my latest projection, I have the GOP winning this race, Mark Ranchetti winning this race by a very slim margin. So we'll look back at the Senate in 2020, where he lost by 6 points. Now, he did lose. He lost by 6 points. But when we go over to the president, we see that, it'll bring it up here, that Joe Biden won by 11 points almost. 10, almost 11 points. So he was outperforming Trump by about 4 to 5 points. Now, I would also like to look at, if we go back to him right here, go back to this 2020 race. So if we look down here at the polls, so if you take these last three polls here, it has them at about 40, 44, 43, and 41. So we'd say about 43. And the last three polls here has them at about 52, 53. So what it ended up being, we look here, is 51.7, which is real close to it. But Ranchetti outperformed the polls by about 2 points or so. Now, if we go ahead and apply that to the latest polls here, look over here at the latest polls 538 has, we have one that is sponsored by Ranchetti, which you're going to know that usually has a bias when it's sponsored by the candidate, has him ahead by 1, and then one that's not sponsored by him that has Lujan Grisham ahead by 3. But when you take how he outperformed the polls in 2020, which was a close year, I think the Democrats won on a national level by about 3 points. Given that he outperformed the polls there by about 2 points, you'd see how that narrow up there. And given that it's a GOP wave year to some extent, that's why I'm thinking that it'll go to the Republicans by a very, very slim margin. If we head over here to 538, they have, when you're just going off the polls alone, they have it as a lean D state, but they have it as a likely D state when you're putting it into the expert ratings and all that. One other thing I'd like to look at here is if we go back to this, just kind of look at what the ratings are. Most all of them are lean D, except Real Clear Politics has it as a toss-up, and that's probably what I would have it as well, as a toss-up. And that's why I have it going slightly to the GOP, is because of the wave year that we're potentially in. But you can never really know. If they had put forward a different, if the GOP had put forward a different candidate, I don't see them being able to win this race. But Mark Ranchetti is fairly popular in the state of New Mexico. I think he was a popular weatherman, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely think that he could win there. It'll definitely be close either way. That's why I had it as a tilt margin on my last projection. Well, thanks for watching. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and thank you.